everybody? Pioneer here, ready to brine up your day, and today, back in Destiny 2. Hey! It's been a while since I've uploaded on the channel. Apologies for that. Stuff's been happening, so yeah. Today, we're gonna be something a little different. Today, we're gonna be doing Pyrinator's exotic weapon review. Today I will be reviewing exotic weapons. To be specific, every exotic weapon I have in my inventory at the moment. That would include Deathbringer, Salvation's Grip, Heir Apparent, The Lament, Xenophage. Those are all power weapons that I have on me. For energy weapons, all I have on me right now is Tycoo's Divination. And then for kinetic weapons, I have Izanagi's Burden, Cryosthesia, 77k, Rat King, Outbreak Perfected, and Vigilance Wing. Those are all the exotic weapons I have on me as of right now. These are not weapons, ghost shells. And this is exotic armor, which I might review at a different date, though that might be harder to review. So yeah, we're going to start with the one I have equipped right now, which is Deathbringer. So this is what it looks like in-game. Alright, it's got that cool glowing effect. The sights are a bit wonky too, like when you zoom in, the like thread like pulls away from the center. I don't know why it does that. I don't know why this thing even has sights. And I say that because we're going to read what it does. Now, if we read here, its intrinsic trait, or perk, is called Dark Deliverance. Fires remotely detonated projectiles that drop void orbs on combatants. Press the shoot button, and then it fires this orb out, and then you release it to detonate. And its other exotic perk is called Dark Descent. The further a void orb falls, the more powerful its detonation becomes. So you're supposed to just shoot it up into the air, let it detonate above the enemies, and then it'll just they'll shoot like out like 6 or 7 orbs, and they'll slowly fall down onto the enemies. So we're gonna go do that right now. I'll show it off right now. So we got some unsuspecting fallen right here. We're gonna shoot it up, release, and then see it just shoots out these orbs, and they seek. And look at that! You see those yellow numbers? It means it did crit damage, which basically means that it did a lot more than it usually does because it fell further. Okay, and I think there's some over here. Nope, they're all dead already. Great. We're a bad part about being in the Cosmodrome in this first area. A lot of people are already here. Anyway, so I'm gonna do it again, but this time I guess we don't have any willing subject. I don't know. Blah blah. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And if it doesn't hit anything or doesn't start tracking anything by the time it gets, after a certain distance, the orb, I can't speak. That's just why this is a bit bad. If the orbs can't find anything to start tracking towards, or if they fall after a certain distance, they'll just blow up. Or if they hit something, they'll blow up too. It's got cool sounds. Yeah. That is Deathbringer. Now, I'm out of heavy ammo, so we're going to have to move on. And we're going to move on to Tycoo's Divination. This is what Tycoo's Divination looks like. Sights. Cool. Okay, now for the exotic perks. Tycoo's Divination. Its intrinsic perk is Sacred Flame. Hip-firing this weapon fires multiple tracking projectiles. Targets marked by these projectiles explode upon death, or when struck by another Sacred Flame's explosion. Okay, and that ties into this perk as well. Causality arrows. Arrows fired when aiming down sights cause Sacred Flames to instantly detonate. Precision hits with perfectly drawn arrows increase the power of this detonation. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't know that. I guess I'm learning something too. So we're going to go over to these guys who managed to survive inside this building. Alright. So we are going to be hip firing right now. And as you can see, when I draw the arrow back, a little marker appears on him, and all the arrows seek after him. So if I aim over here, they still manage to go over and hit him. Get back, sir. Now, it mentioned that they explode when they die, or hit by another one of the explosions. So if I hit a bunch of them, which I believe there are some enemies down here. Yeah, that was a bad example, but it's fine. Alright, right here, there's a drag behind that. I don't think there's anybody else around him, though. There's some people over there. Oh. There's a dude here. Ooh. So, as you can see, he's on fire. When I shoot him with an aim down sight, sir. Boom! Look at that. That's completely different. But yeah, I'm not good at talking. Okay, my guy killed him, and he exploded. Surprised these guys haven't respawned in yet. That is Tycoo's Divination. Does tons of stuff. You fire it with no tracking. Looks like that. Just they go into one arrow if you fire it aiming down sights. So that's Tycoo's. Now we're gonna go over to our primary, because we still don't have heavy. Yeah, we still don't have heavy. Okay. Alright, so I guess we'll start from the very top. This is Vigilance Wing. I have an ornament on it right now, which makes it look like this. Personally, I think this looks cooler than the default, but I'll put on the default for you guys. Alright, there we go. It's very golden and stuff, but I think the gold's kind of distracting. I like the darker colors more. So what exactly does Vigilance Wing do? Well, its intrinsic trait is Harsh Truths. This weapon fires a 5-round burst. When a nearby ally is killed, gain health regeneration and increased movement speed. Okay, so if one of my buddies were to die, which I can't really show it off here, I would get health regeneration and I would be able to go faster. And as for that 5-round burst, if you look down at the ammo count, right there, the ammo count right there, and when you aim down, I'm just going to aim down sights, because, 5 shots. Oh, if you notice while aiming down sights, that little beetle, if you look at it, while I shoot, it slowly changes as they empty out the mag. That's kind of cool. And as for its secondary exotic perk, Last Stand. Improved weapon performance and greatly increased recovery when its wielder is the last living member of a fire team. So, this would be really good during survival in Crucible, elimination as well, but also in during strikes when all your teammates die or something, and you really need to survive to get them and stuff. It's got a catalyst. I have not completed the catalyst yet, but that's Vigilance Wing. Moving on, we have Izanagi's Burden, a sniper rifle. I need to go get some ammo. I think there were some green bricks around here. Ow, guess not. Alright, so seems all the enemies that were in that lower area have respawned or something, but here is Izanagi's Burden. It's a really pretty sniper rifle. It's got good zoom on it, in my opinion. And let's read up on its intrinsic perk. Intrinsic trait. Honed Edge. Long press, that is the reload button for me. Long press the reload button. Consume the magazine and load a round with additional range and damage. And its other extra perk is No Distractions. Aiming this weapon for a short period of time reduces flinch. So, if I aim down sights, you can see right there on the side of the screen, No Distractions. Right there, that symbol's kind of in the way. There we go. No Distractions. And as for the intrinsic perk, just loaded in. As you see there, my ammo thing, I've got one shot now, and it's the super shot. And if you look at the barrel, this gun looks incredible when its perk is activated. If only. Oh, hello. I'm sorry, little one. So let's. Okay, stop moving. Stop moving. Okay, I guess we'll shoot the guy who's standing still. 160,000. And he dropped purple ammo. And I don't have to go over there. Okay, now for a regular shot. Oh, missed. Regular shot. No, missed. Regular shot. There we go. 40,000. Wow, that's a big difference. Okay. Alright. That is a pretty big difference. Hello, sir. Oh, and he dropped purple too. Wow, you guys are very nice. So nice. I have heavy ammo now, by the way. So I should be able to do heavy weapons after we do the kinetic. But dang, okay, I did not know it did that much damage. Let's do that again. That was kind of cool. Whew, that's a lot of damage. Again. Hello, sir. I've come to talk to you about your vehicle's extended warranty. I missed. Okay, he dodged. He dodged a bullet with that. He hung up. He hung up real quick. Peek out. Talk to me about your vehicle insurance. Ooh. Man, I'm just really bad at sniping, I think. Dude, standing still, I'm missing. Oh, I see what's happening. I'm gonna get disconnected soon and lose all my ammo and stuff. It would appear that I'm gonna hit an error here soon, I think. Stand still. Oof. Big damage numbers. Big damage numbers. Alright. And now from Izanagi, we go Outbreak Perfected. You can tell already this gun is different. Vigilance Wing already looks weird, and Izanagi definitely had its own style, but this is different. It's geometrical. Square, yet elegant. I don't know, I really like the look of Outbreak Perfected. And it's got a pretty cool trait too. Intrinsic trait. The corruption spreads. This weapon creates Siva nanite swarms on rapid hits and precision kills. It's got 2 extra perks. Its first one is Outlaw. Precision kills greatly increase reload time. And Parasitism. This weapon does more damage to enemies based on the number of Siva nanites that are attached to them. So, to show off what exactly that means. What was that? Alright, and precision kill. As you see there, the gun made a sound, and a bunch of nanites appeared. Now, if I remember correctly, you guys respawned. Yes. There, nanites appeared. Okay. Nope, failed that one. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to go underground for this. Nanites. And see, there, the nanites attacked that guy. So the nanites, they don't just, float around and stuff. They'll go and they'll attach and damage enemies. So it's really good when you just manage to get a headshot in a large group. Hey, I got a headshot. Wait, what? Oh, I got a headshot. See, and then they go and attack him. And now he's got those just sitting on him, and I'll be able to do more damage to him. It's more noticeable when there's bots around. Not bots, bosses. Or a really tough enemy. Because remember, it's got that thing where it'll, if you rapid hits, will create Siva nanites. Oh, okay. Guess he wasn't strong enough to withstand the corruption. If that big guy were to respawn, I could test it on him. But I don't know when he'll respawn. But that is... what is Outbreak Perfected? Also, I just remembered I'm supposed to be rating these things because it's a review. I give Deathbringer a 7 out of 10. It's really good and it's really powerful, but it'd be better if it was just, I don't know, it's hard to determine whether it's the ball is above the enemies or not. And it does pretty good damage, though, I have to say. Vigilance Wing, it's better in PvP. I've tried it, it's okay. But I don't use it very often. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Izanagi's Burden. I'd give it a 9 out of 10 if I was good at sniping, but I am not. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Outbreak Perfected. Honestly, it's a 9 out of 10. Got to admit, it's almost a 10. It's pretty good. The catalyst, I hear, makes it even better. I hear the catalyst is what goes right here. There's supposed to be like a little thing here. It's supposed to increase, it makes the gun better, basically. I hear Outbreaks makes it even better. If an enemy dies when they have nanites on them, they create nanites. So, if you kill one enemy and they get killed by the nanites, they will spawn nanites, and so it'll create this chain reaction. And I'd say if I had the catalyst, I'd say 10 out of 10. But I don't, so it's 9 out of 10. And that leads us to our next weapon, the Cryosthesia 77K. Get out. This is Destiny's 2's first kinetic stasis weapon. Technically, the first stasis weapon is Salvation's Grip, but that's for a different time. It's also one of the first weapons to actually have an energy symbol next to it. and be in the kinetic slot, because most kinetic weapons, as you can see, they don't have any special. They don't have anything special about them. While the energy weapons, they all have different elements on them. Man, that arc symbol brings back memories. All the symbols do back when I played Destiny 1. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. Cryosthesia. You've seen what it looks like, so on to its perks. Its first intrinsic perk trait is LN2 Burst. Variable trigger. Basically, it has different firing options. Press and release to fire individual shots, so like that, like how a regular sidearm would work. Hold to fire a charged shot when liquid cooling is active, and that plays into its other perk, liquid cooling. Final blows with this weapon, so basically you get a kill with this weapon. Enable a charged shot for a short duration. Targets hit by this shot are instantly frozen at the cost of the weapon's entire magazine. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. Never mind, this guy's going to kill them all. There's some dudes over here, I remember. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to kill this shank and look very carefully at the weapon itself. Okay, you see that? It's glowing and spinning. Now if I hold, it freezes the enemy. And I had to reload the entire thing. Pretty cool, right? I think it's pretty cool. The gun itself, I don't like the design. I think the design's a bit meh. I wish they, I mean, it makes sense. It doesn't make sense, but I mean, it definitely looks exotic. So, do that again. Got that charged shot. Boom. Freezes enemy. I think it's pretty nifty. There's not much about this gun other than that. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward gun. Kill, reload. Stop killing my freaking test subjects, bro. And then, yeah. Bro, stop. It's rude. But yeah, that's Cryosthesia. 77K. Overall, I'll give the gun a 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. I mean, it's fun to use, but the magazine's really small, so you should kill smaller enemies first. But if there's no smaller enemies in the area, it's kind of really hard to get that whole freeze thing to, work. But overall, it's fun to use. Just bang, 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 freeze something, punch in, explodes into ice crystals and stuff. So it's cool. But 7.5 out of 10. All right. On to our last one here. This one, this is Rat King. As you can see here, it's got a rat skull. It's all right looking. It's kind of scary aiming down sights, actually. But let's read into it, shall we? Its first intrinsic perk is Rat Pack. This fully automatic weapon becomes stronger when nearby allies also have it equipped. Stacks up to 6 times. So essentially, you're supposed to use this when you have like a bunch of buddies. It's supposed to be like a haha joke weapon, essentially. Second intrinsic perk is Vermin. Reloading immediately after a kill grants a brief period of invisibility. I can show that off here. I can't show off the big cool thing. Alright, does cool stuff. Is he down there? He's down there. Great. But I can show off the Vermin perk. I can show that off. I must reach them before they get sniped. You're there! Okay, I got 2 kills. Boom. Invisible. Jeez. Pretty nifty, right? Aw. If you're playing Crucible, which is just PvP, and you have like all your buddies are using it, I'd say you'd be pretty overpowered, because not only when you get a kill do you go invisible, but you'd also have that 6 times bonus damage buff. So yeah. Also, I'm working on the Catalyst, and the Catalyst, the perk it gives you is improved aim assist and recoil direction. Refreshes health on vermin invisibility trigger. So if you have this Catalyst fully upgraded and installed, you could become really powerful in PvP. Like, really powerful. And that's all for our kinetic weapons. So I'm going to put that back. And now down to heavy. Now we're going to do, I guess, the same thing we did earlier and go from top to bottom. So our first exotic heavy weapon. Ooh, this isn't what it usually looks like. Let me make it look normal. I'll show off the ornament I have on right now, though. I mean, look at this. It's gorgeous. I love the wrap right here. But this is what it looks like normally. Ooh, I forgot how good it looks normal too. And here it is. In game. It's a sword, so you go into third person. Ooh, what's that, I wonder? Well, you're about to find out, my dear viewer. First intrinsic perk, Banshee's Wail. Press L2, which is the block button, to hold to rev the blade. As you can see here, this isn't just an ordinary sword. It's a chainsaw sword, my friends. Increased damage and adds that is shield piercing, to all attacks. Gain stacks when dealing damage with revved attacks. Additional stacks increase the damage and damage resistance of heavy attacks. And that goes into here. Revved consumption. Damaging a combatant heals the wielder. So I'd need a big bad boss to show this off properly. Like, what I've got right now does not do this thing justice. Where's that flag? I need to know. It's down here? Okay. Well, this will refill my heavy ammo. But I can at least show off the weapon. I won't be able to do it justice, you know, by showing you what it can truly do. But as you can see there, off on the side of the screen, Banshee's Wail. And so if I were to attack normally, alright, now if we wait for down the corner for the rev to charge up, if I do this, alright, does cool stuff, and it sounds cooler. Of course, if I were to be hitting something, it would get louder, and it would be more bright, and it would be way oh, boss. Okay, here you go, guys. This is a proper demonstration of what the Lament can do. Okay, I just immediately destroyed him. Did you see that? Immediately, and if you were paying close attention, I did with each slash 3 crit powered attacks per slash. Now if I were to go and hit a normal enemy, which if this guy's probably going to kill the normal enemy I am after, if I were to kill a normal enemy, that's still a lot of damage actually. No, please stand still. What the heck? You just died. Okay. As you saw there, I did normal damage, and it did only 1 tick of damage, while when I had the sword revved up, it did 3 attacks, all crit damage. So, as you can imagine, that can do some damage. And since it does 3 hits in 1 attack, and you get health per attack, you can get a lot of health. You can get a lot of health pretty quickly. So if you're low on health and you're trying to get the boss, you're trying to take him down, you can rev up your sword and just demolish him. As you see there, Banshee's Wail went up 2. So the more you slash, the more damage you do. And so that's what truly sets the Lament apart from different swords. That and being a chainsaw sword. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to put my ornament back on. It's going to look pretty again. Look at it. Gorgeous. Alright, so. Now on to our next exotic weapon, the Heir Apparent. Ooh, this one's a beefy one, ain't it? This is a beefy one. Now before we get shooting, we're gonna have to read the perks. Alright. Intrinsic Perk, Heavy Slug Thrower. L2, which is usually the aim down button, but you'll see why it's different this time. Pressing L2 spins up this weapon. This weapon can be fired only when fully spun up. Its second perk is Armor of the Colossus. While at full health, spinning up this weapon protects you with an arc shield. So, ooh, perfect. Some test subjects have just arrived. Alright, so, I'm revving up the weapon. As you can see, I am not at full health because I'm being attacked right now. And so, I don't have the overshield. But once I do get a full health, as you can see, right there in the corner, arc shield. Now, this thing does a decent amount of damage, in my opinion. These guys are all newbies. Hola! Oh, heavy ammo, thank you. Whoa! See there, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. This gun's pretty straightforward as well. So there's not much more I can talk about it. Other than, it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to use. It's got 200 rounds in the magazine. And that's a lot, dude. Alright, on to the next weapon, Salvation's Grip. Didn't load in for a couple seconds there. This one, I have to admit, it's interesting. This is some funny looking sights. Let's read up on its perks. As you see, this is a stasis powered weapon. This is the first of its kind. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's just pretty cool. But its intrinsic perk is trait. Cryo Cannon. Hold R2, the firing button, to hold it and hold to charge, release to fire. This weapon's projectiles create stasis crystals and freeze nearby enemy targets. So the perk is Flash Freeze. Charging this weapon increases the freeze radius and amount of stasis crystals created. So, if we were to, just hold it as long as possible. As you can see there, it creates this little target reticule so you know where it's going to land. If we were to shoot, it created 3 stasis crystals in one shot. And if I were to fire it singular, it creates just a single tiny one. Hold up. Hold up, guys. Woo! Don't tell me I never helped you with any, but yeah. So, to be honest, stasis actually doesn't do much damage. I mean, that wasn't a good example, but it mainly freezes things. Does not really do damage, especially this thing. It doesn't do much damage. If they were to allow me to shoot this properly. It freezes him, but he's still at full health. So, yeah. Now, as you can see, I am out of heavy ammo now because I've been swapping between weapons, and usually if you swap between heavy weapons and they aren't the same weapon type, you lose ammo, especially if there's ammo inside the weapon's magazine. So I'm gonna have to go someplace else. Hopefully some of these enemies on the way drop heavy ammo, but I will be in a different area than where I am now. So for me it'll be, you know, a couple seconds. For you it'll be like practically nothing. Alrighty everyone. Okay. Like I said, only a few seconds, though for me it took way too long. That's pretty as heck, dude. Jeez. Anyway, I already switched over weapons, so we didn't have, you know, that removal of ammo problem. And here we have the Xenophage, or just Xenophage. It is a beefy looking feller. Real beefy. Like, yeah. And for its intrinsic perk trait, pyrotoxin rounds fires high-powered explosive ammunition. And it's got rangefinder as its other thing. Aiming this weapon increases its effective range and zoom magnification. Increased projectile velocity while aiming rocket launchers and grenade launchers. But these aren't those. So. This zooms in much farther than any average machine gun. That's right, it's a machine gun. But in all honesty, as we're about to demonstrate on these poor, unsuspecting dregs, this is not your average machine gun. It's basically a rapid-fire rocket grenade launch. It's fast, to say the least. It is very fast. Whew. I wish I had extra ammo though to reload it. You see, like just 2 bullets hanging out. Cause it's got something interesting when it reloads. But that's literally it. It's big, it's bad, and you don't want to be on the receiving end of the Xenophage. Alright, so I just found a banner thingy, and I got ammo. I got all the ammo I could need, and so we're gonna reload. You saw right there was a crystal in the back, and it's basically what's making this thing so powerful. Now that was already slightly damaged, so that doesn't count, but still cool nevertheless. Let's see if we can find some more unsuspecting. Well, they probably do suspect now due to the giant. Oh, great! Hooray! Airco's baboon, my favorite. Well, now I've lost all of my heavy ammo, so that's kind of a big stink. Never mind! Okay! That's not normal. Goodbye. Adios. See, I think that's all the heavies. I think it's all the heavies. Because it leads all the way back to Deathbringer. So that is all the exotic weapons I have on my person right now. So I guess we now need to get to rating. Because I didn't rate the bow, and I have not rated some of the other weapons yet. Look at that, just high damage, just a single shot is all it takes to kill most non-yellow bar health enemies. Non-yellow health bar. You can't destroy ships, unfortunately. I wish you could. That is technically spawn camping. Look at that, 3 in 1 hit. I wasn't even in look. I remember. Yeah, this thing is pretty powerful. Most people use it in raids to do tons of DPS because, well, it does just that. A ton of DPS. Another... Okay, never mind. Zavala's gonna talk to us. You ruined everything, Zavala. Everything. It's all your fault. What is right here? Oh, you. Interesting. Alright, so... Anyway. Right, the reviewing process, but I wanted to give you guys another cool look, but I can't anymore, because I have no extra ammo. So we're just gonna fire off the whole thing. Yeah. Pretty cool gun. I mean, they're all pretty good, cool guns. So, going from the top. I think I mentioned Deathbringer. I don't remember what I gave it score, but Rat King, I don't remember what I gave its score. It's only really useful in Crucible. I give it a 5 out of 10. I don't remember what my original score was. I'll probably put it up on the screen. I'll put up what I made Deathbringer's original score. But for the Lament, 10 out of 10. It is a 10 out of 10 weapon. The Lament is so good. It is so good. The only drawback? That it doesn't hold enough ammo. I mean, 58? Really? To be fair, it is... Tireless Blade. Sword ammo granted for every other powered sword kill. So, like, if I were to just slash... Oh, I guess I don't get ammo. Oh well. But if I were to just, you know, slash normally, every 2 hits, I'd get ammo. Every other hit. But since the revved up version does 3 in 1 slash, I basically, it only consumes 1 ammo charge. It doesn't use 3 in 1 slash, it uses 1. Which is what makes it so darn good. It's a 10 out of 10 weapon. The Heir Apparent. The Heir Apparent, I've got to say, is pretty good as well. The Catalyst for it, which I have not completed. I've gotten more than halfway though. The extra perk it gives is increases the arc shield's durability and partially reloads the magazine if it gets destroyed. So, if I had a bunch of enemies around me, and I had that up, and I was just, you know, it really gives into that whole power fantasy of just pulling the trigger and not letting go till everything's dead. It's a pretty good gun. I give it a 9 out of 10, especially because of that extra shield. You can just hold that trigger longer without... Okay, baboon. You can hold that trigger down longer without a care in the world. Salvation's Grip. I'm gonna have to give it... To be honest... I don't know what to give it. It's pretty bad. Got to admit. Because, I mean... Cryo Cannon, like, it shoots ice crystals. If I go up here... Being shot at right now. And I go and I select my Glacier Grenade. You remember how a fully charged shot allowed it to shoot 3 decently sized crystals? Well, the Glacier Grenade can create 4, and it recharges in like a minute and a half, depending on, you know, how high your discipline skill is. Let's see how high mine is. Mine is Mine recharges in almost 2 minutes. So, you know. And with the touch of winter stasis aspect, my Glacier Grenade now shoots 5 instead of 4. So, boom, just like that, fully grown, and I'll have it back in 2 minutes. You know, I can shoot them without a care in the world. So, but it looks cool. You got to admit, it looks cool. 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Being the first gives it a point. Looking cool gives it a point. The first stasis gives it a point. Looking cool gives it a point, and I don't know. I don't know what the extra point to make it 3 is, but I don't know. But yeah. And then Xenophage. I don't know what to do about Xenophage. Xenophage is a pretty fun weapon to use, but it's got horrible ammo economy. Because it's got 13 shots in the magazine, right? And so you have 13 chances to do as much damage as possible before you have to reload. And it holds, I think, 28 in total. I don't remember how much it holds in reserves. Dude, leave me alone. Oh my gosh. Go away. Freaking pikers, man. Delinquents. So, yeah. I don't know what to give it. I mean, it does a lot of damage, and it looks cool. It sounds cool. That just patunk, as you just let out this giant slug of death, you know, out of it. I don't know. I mean, it's cool, I guess. Sorry for my rummaging around. But, high DPS is a big factor in it. You know, it does a ton of DP damage per second. I don't know what DPS is. Damage per second. But it's got horrible ammo economy. I'm gonna have to give it an 8 out of 10. If it was better with ammo, I'd give it a 9, but it's horrible ammo. So, an 8 out of 10. But, that is all our exotic... Oh, forgot to do the bow. The bow! 7 out of 10. I've got to get a bow with a 7, maybe a 6.5. It's got like the cool arrow thing, but to detonate them, they either have to die or be shot with an aim down sight arrow. And that means I have to be accurate. You know, if you're using a weapon that has, like, you don't need any accuracy at all, and then all of a sudden you have to be accurate. I don't know, it messes up with me. I mean, it's not that hard, but it's weird to switch between laid back brain dead mode to you gotta be at least a little, you have to have, you know, a little accurate with it. But it's fun. Looks ugly as heck. I also realized this isn't its normal look. It actually looks worse. Jeez, I am so glad I grinded out the season pass to get this, this ornament I have. Jeez, man. That is so ugly. Jeez. But, yeah. So. Alright, that is for today's exotic review. Yeah, first episode of Pioneer's Exotic Review. Hope you all enjoyed. I certainly did. I actually had a little bit of fun. do what this man is doing and hit the subscribe button. Don't ignore the text in the button. He's clicking subscribe and like and share. That's what he's doing. So you should do the same. Isn't that right, sir? See, he he agrees. See. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I think I already said that, but that's fine by me. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. Guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios. Au revoir. Memento mori.